Welcome to Girl Talk. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're at Bella Domicile off of Nesbitt Road here in Madison. And we're going to talk about traditional kitchens.
Yeah.
Where we're sitting right now, a little bit later on in the show.
It's so interesting how styles can vary so much and tastes can vary so much. I'm sitting in this kitchen, and to me it's stunningly beautiful. Then I go into another kitchen, it looks completely different, and yet it's still stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
The choices are overwhelming. Like being in a place like this, you have, like you said, every one of them is beautiful. And I can certainly say, oh, I like this style a little more than the other one, but if I had, a bountiful amount of money and just said, okay, pick whatever you want, I don't think I could. Like, I mean, I really don't know if I could make a decision solidly on what was my favorite. So it's hard
That's
to
why
say.
they're helpful here.
Yes.
Because you can show them, oh, I like this part, I like this part. Can I merge them? And
Well, and it's functionality too. Do you have children, or do you love to cook, or do you like to just, toss some salads together here and there in your kitchen? Do you normally go out? Those kind of things. So it's not just the way it looks; it's the way it feels and how you use it, and they can help you kind of make a realistic decision for yourself. So
I would need lots of snack storage.
Yeah.
That would be important.
very important.
You would never
Snack
guess
girls.
this gal snacks, right?
this one too. We call
good
them snack
snack.
girls.
Yeah.
The Snack Sisters.
So I want to talk about something that's kind of coming up in current events, I guess, but the solar eclipse is such a cool thing that's happening. How often does this happen? Do you guys know how
Well, I
rare
can
this
tell you,
is?
the last time that it happened was 35 years ago, I believe. I can remember it. I was a very little kid, so I just totally dated myself, but whatever.
Giveaway.
It doesn't matter. But I remember I was very, very young, and they let us make these little cards where it was like a piece of cardboard and then with a hole in it or something, and you can reveal it just very slowly because you can't look directly at it, or you could blind yourself essentially. But so yeah, this one, the moon is completely covering up the sun for a good several minutes, if not like 30 minutes or something like that, depending on where you are. And
This might
it
be
will
another instance where you need to Google fact check us here. So
Yeah, I'm not a scientist.
This isn't the news. This
No.
is just conversation.
And this is a destination. People are traveling to go see this, and you are too, maybe?
I'm gonna try. Yep, family plans to go on. So there's like a trajectory that it's where you'll be able to view this. And if you're not in this trajectory, and this is definitely you can Google. I don't know exactly where. I do know through the United States, though, part of the trajectory is near St. Louis, and luckily I've got some family down there because there's no places to stay unless you have someone who lives down there. And that's like a prime place to see it. So very excited. I mean, this is going to be part of my kids' memories, and I feel very lucky that I'm going to get to see this twice in my life.
Yeah.
And apparently it's not like it happens every 30 years or something. It's not
so
going
it's
to happen
not on
again.
a regular rotation necessarily.
Nope, I heard it's going to happen again in 100 years.
Oh my gosh.
So this is it.
Oh,
Once
you'll
in
be
a
around.
lifetime.
Yeah,
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
you're very
Jess.
healthy.
Eat your spinach.
Well, stay tuned. We've got a great show coming up. We're going to be talking to Paint Bar Madison next, so please stay with us.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming here at Bella Domicile off Nesbitt Road, and later in the show we're going to talk a little bit about what makes a kitchen traditional. So that'll be a fun discussion. Make sure you stay tuned. Right now we're going to talk about something that I think we've all fallen in love with. It's Paint Bar, and it's such a unique concept. Today we're talking to the owner. This is John, if you haven't met him yet. Nice to see you today.
Yeah, good to be back, thanks.
So I want to talk to you about some of the things that you can do at Paint Bar, but first give viewers at home just an overview of what Paint Bar is.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix between a bar, a restaurant, and a painting studio. So we do teach painting classes. It's all acrylic paint. We have a freestyle painting area, which is an alternative class, and then we have food and drink. So if you don't want to paint, you can just kind of come in and eat and drink.
Sounds good to me. It all sounds good. I want to paint, but it's nice to know you can just stop in and have a drink.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a mixture of like three of my favorite things: art, food, and drinks. I mean, that's really a nice way to spend your time.
Yeah,
Really
absolutely.
appreciate it. It's also in a really nice neighborhood. They're located right on Williamson Street, so there's already kind of a culture of art and artistry, and just kind of fun people who I'm sure walk in the doors and make it what it is and make it feel like an artist studio that you can have your drinks and your food. So it's a really fun place to be. It's not just adults that do this, though, from what I understand. Tell us about the opportunities for kids, birthday parties.
Yeah, we have a lot of opportunities for kids. We do kids' family classes Saturday mornings at 11.
Oh, yeah.
And then we do a lot of kids' birthday parties too. It's a fun day for kids. It's something constructive to do. They can bring their friends. A lot of the classmates and stuff like that. And generally it's a 2-hour painting class for the kids, and we leave about half an hour of extra time for them to open up gifts if you want to bring in cake. And you can bring in decorations too. So
Oh, that's so great. Isn't it fun to get the kids creative and do painting and all that stuff? But it's also messy. So it's really nice to have a space
somewhere
where
else.
it's safe, and okay to make a
Right.
mess.
And we clean up
So,
for you. Yeah, you
yeah.
don't have to clean up at your house. You come to us, we'll clean up and take care of everything.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's really nice. Now I've had the birthday parties at my home and then elsewhere, and elsewhere is much better. So thank you for offering that to the
Totally.
parents out there.
And I want to highlight this again, but you said if you don't want to come in and paint, or maybe I want to paint, but I'm bringing my girlfriends and maybe they don't want to paint, you can come in and just hang out and eat and drink.
Yeah, exactly. We want
Awesome.
everybody to know that painting's optional. So like you said, if you have somebody in your group that is afraid to paint or doesn't want to paint, they can just come in and hang out. If they want to have a pizza or some drinks, they can do it. And if they get the itch to paint, then the more the merrier. So.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get people in the door, I think. Reel them in with the food
Exactly.
and then slip a paintbrush
Hit them
in
with
their
the
hand.
paintbrush.
The mood will strike you.
Yeah.
It's hard being in that space and not wanting to get
Totally.
creative.
Yeah,
It seems
absolutely.
intimidating, but it's not.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's awesome, and I want to make sure that we highlight, believe it or not, the holidays will be sneaking up on us.
gosh.
Before you know it. It must be a great place to have some holiday parties.
Yeah, exactly. We wanted to get it out there early. I mean, you got to start planning now, especially a lot of corporate parties. We do a lot of corporate parties, holiday parties, family parties. So, around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we have some holiday themed paintings. So, it's never too early to start thinking about that because, like you said, it's going to be fall before you know it. So,
Yeah. Thinking of a corporate party, that's a great idea because corporate parties kind of, you want to have this, put all your work stuff aside and enjoy your time with your coworkers and kind of find some personal traits that you can enjoy about each other and team building and all that fun stuff. But what a better way to do that than to kind of just say, everybody back to the basics and get out your colors and your paints and, relax together and have food and drinks, of
And
course.
plus, it gives you something to do too. If
Yeah.
maybe you are painting,
Yeah.
where I think sometimes parties can be intimidating, or you got to
awkward,
mingle
right?
and
Yeah.
network. But this
The
just
dreaded small talk.
That's
Exactly.
right. You don't want to small talk, you're just like, I'm painting.
right. It gives you
that'll
something to do.
create
it takes your focus
conversation.
off. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can pat each other on the back and say, hey, that's a really nice painting, or just have fun with it and feel
Right.
get that little kid spirit out with your coworkers.
totally.
What could someone expect from a corporate party, if you don't mind, kind of?
Yeah, we
what's
can
the-
kind of customize it however they want it. We do team building. If they want to take their logo, we can incorporate it into one of our paintings.
Oh, that's a cute
Oh,
idea.
that's a really good idea. Do you have
So you can all hang your office art with the logo.
Exactly.
And go
that.
on and see the different creative styles. Well, it's always fun chatting with you, John. We appreciate it. Make sure you check out Paint Bar. You will not be disappointed. And stay tuned for more Girl Talk. You won't be disappointed with that either. So we'll be right back.
And welcome back to Girl Talk. Today we are filming at Bella Domicile in Fitchburg. We're actually in one of their traditional kitchens, and if you like that look, later on we're going to learn how to get that look for your home. Right now though, we're in the throes of summer, and one of the best things about summer, I think, is the fun clothes, the fun colors, the designs, the patterns. I think we're kind of demonstrating it right here, right
You're doing
now.
a good job today.
Joining us is Mary Atkins. She's the owner, one of the owners of Pure South. They're a clothing store in Hilldale. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So first, congratulations is in order because you've been open just over a year. You opened in April of 2016?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
And this is a family affair. What made
Yeah.
you all decide to open a store?
I've always been passionate about clothes. My family and I are really close. My husband really has invested himself in the business. He pretty much, when we started dating, wore only gray. It was really bad. He didn't know how to dress himself. Since owning the business, he's really embraced it.
He's coming around.
He's coming around to it now.
In his defense, he's the IT guy, so.
He did graduate with an IT degree. But just in general, I think my family's always really loved shopping. We've gone down to Florida a ton, so we got really inspired by the bright colors. And we just really wanted something to do together as a family. So,
I love that. I love
yeah,
that.
it's a lot of fun.
And now, what kind of brands do you guys carry? And I'm guessing that's kind of how you came up with the concept, is traveling to Florida?
Yeah, so we carry Lily Pulitzer, which is based out of Palm Beach. It's really popular down south specifically. It's been coming more north, I think, when we kind of thought about the idea and we were like, okay, they've got a store in Chicago. I think it's time that
Right.
the Midwest can handle a brand like this. So we're really enjoying kind of introducing the brands to people, but Lily Pulitzer and Vineyard Vines is our other main brand. Both have really cult-like followings. So I think when people found out we had it, they instantly came in. So that was super helpful. We've gotten a lot of support. So
That's awesome.
That's great. It's so. I love your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
I think It's probably
It is so
representative
bright
of
and
your,
fun.
Yeah.
your, admiring the colors, some
Yeah.
of the flavor of the culture of Florida, and
Absolutely.
yeah. we need that up here, especially in
Yeah.
the winter
Yeah.
time. You know, we got to get out of the gray and into the bright colors. 'Cause
Absolutely, yeah.
it gets a little gray here in the winter, so we'll definitely be coming by your store
Yeah,
in January.
we have people who come in just because they're like, I just need color in my
Yeah,
life, even
yeah.
midwinter, you know.
So it sounds like you've had some good feedback. What is kind of the feeling? What is your customer base saying?
Yeah, I think everybody's really happy. Like I said, it really is a cult-like following. But from people who don't even know the brands, people who come in have really embraced the store. I think people like our story. It's always good to support a local business. So I think it's been really well received. We have a lot of people who come in who are like, I had no idea this would ever come to Madison. We're so excited. And
that's great.
it's been really good feedback so far.
It's good to stand out too, you know,
Yeah.
because people like to shop, people like to check out new stuff, but definitely
Yeah.
you can stand out with the colors and with the different styles, and that's going to get people's attention. So smart choice, yeah.
Opening a store is tough though, and I'm sure it hasn't all been easy rolling. What kind of struggles have you encountered?
Within our last year of being open, we've had a flood in our store. We've had quite a bit of theft, unfortunately, so kind of working around that. Currently, our internet's down, which is why my husband's not here, so that's always interesting. And just in general, learning how to run a business. You know, I've never done it. My husband's never done it, so just a lot of learning. The learning curve is very drastic. Within the last year, we've really grown and gotten to know a lot more about like how to size things, what kind of patterns sell better, and it's just definitely going to be. It's still a learning experience, but we've learned a lot in the last year, so it's been helpful.
Recognize that though, that
Yeah.
you know that there is so much to learn and to get
Right.
feedback from other people and assistance
Yeah.
from other people. Good for you.
And quick before we go here, if you haven't been in there, you guys don't only sell women's clothes.
No, we don't. We sell men's clothes. About half of our store is actually men's.
Awesome.
It's really good. I do feel like there's kind of a lack of men's shopping in Madison, so it's been really well received for the men's portion of it. So.
I love it.
Alrighty, well thanks Mary.
Yeah.
If you want to enjoy summer a little bit more, check them out. They've got great summer clothes, flip-flops, purses, hats, the whole schmear. We're talking traditional kitchens right after the break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. It is the final moment where we're finally gonna talk about this wonderful kitchen that we're in today. And we have Kate with us. She's a designer here. Thanks so much for having us today.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Okay, so I'm really excited about this topic because viewers might be like me, unless maybe they have more knowledge, but I'll see pictures of different kitchens that I really like, and maybe they look totally different, but I don't really know my style or the technical name, or maybe it's, you know, merging two styles together. But we're going to talk today about this kitchen and kind of how it compares and contrasts to other styles, and this is traditional, right?
Yeah, I would consider this kitchen to be pretty traditional.
Okay.
There's several aspects that either make a kitchen traditional or more contemporary. A lot of people come in and they don't know what their style is.
Yeah.
So it's all about us asking them questions and trying to
So
get
it's
that
not just
out
me?
of them.
You're not
It's
alone.
not
Okay.
Good. A lot of people will say their style is kind of a combination, and we like to use the term transitional.
Okay.
Kind of reflect that combination of traditional and modern.
That sounds nicer than eclectic.
Yes, eclectic is kind of a mismatch of styles, but transitional is a little bit more tailored in the fact that it's just a really great combination of traditional and modern.
And just for people like us, I think, and I'm similar to you, I'll see
Yeah.
something that I like and say, ooh, I'd like that. You know, if I was to redo my kitchen, I would like this kind of countertop and that kind of cupboard.
Yes.
And if they, you know, didn't go together, you could consider that transitional. But you all are here to help us know that it's not clashing transitional. It's just transitional and okay or not okay.
Right, and it's okay to mix styles. I mean, I think everyone, that reflects your personal style, and I think that's great to kind of show your uniqueness through the design.
So Kate, let's pick out a few details that are around us and that make this traditional, I guess.
Okay, so the first detail I want to point out is going to be the cabinet doors. So these cabinet doors are called, it has a raised panel.
Okay.
That's a pretty traditional cabinet style.
Raised panel meaning it's
Yes, so the panel that's right in the center of the cabinet, that is actually protruding forward.
Oh, okay, sure.
And opposite of that would be more of a shaker style or a flat panel door.
Okay, and both of them would be wood always, or?
Typically, yes. Typically, more your traditional style kitchens are going to be more of that, the wood material, whereas more of your contemporary style is going to be like your high gloss foils, your acrylics.
Okay.
That's more of a modern style.
And then does the grain of wood or like mahogany versus cedar versus pine, that kind of thing, does that fit into all traditional, or does that vary depending on?
Yeah, your traditional style, I would say it's not too much determined by the wood species.
Okay.
It's definitely more of the door style.
Okay.
So you could do cherry, you could do maple, alder. All of that can be more of a traditional style kitchen, as long as it's typically more of a raised panel.
That's interesting because I would have guessed darker wood.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learning
and
stuff all
the
day.
stain, I mean, definitely the stain can affect the aesthetic and can change it to more of a contemporary style. But the door style, I think, is the #1 feature that really differentiates a kitchen style.
Sets the tone, probably.
Yeah.
Thunk it.
And staying on cabinets for just a moment longer, even the hardware, I suppose.
Yes, the hardware, definitely if you get more of a sleek, like dimensional rectangle, that's going to be more contemporary than if you're doing more of, say it's more of like a hammered metal or a little bit of more of a curvature to it.
Okay.
What would you call the one that's on?
This one is
These.
actually an example of the hammered metal. So it definitely has more kind of an antique finish to it.
Yeah.
It's more of a
like
pewter
that.
color. So again, that's going to be more traditional than it is contemporary.
It feels old-fashioned and kind of like you would find
Yeah.
it in a fancy old home or something.
Yep, exactly. And
Yeah,
then
it's beautiful.
what else really makes this kitchen more of a traditional style is going to be the corbels. So these are all just
even know what that
aesthetics. They serve no functional purpose, but that's a pretty traditional style there,
Okay.
as well as like a turn post or a column. And we have a
Okay.
couple of those here in this kitchen.
So much to learn. I'm never going to look at kitchens the same. Whenever I go to someone's house,
That's
I'm going to
what
say,
I
know
love
what
about
that
you
is.
guys, though, because when I don't know, you're probably like this too. When I see a kitchen, I'm like, I just like it, and I don't necessarily see, oh, the panels are raised on the cabinets, and that's what I like.
But you will now.
Right, now I will.
You'll never
and
be
it's
able to
nice
not
that
see
you
it.
guys can bring that level of detail, I think,
Yeah.
and kind of help people connect the dots.
And I have a lot of clients that send me a couple of inspiration images from
Yeah.
either Pinterest or House, and they're like, I like this kitchen. I don't know what about it I exactly like, but I know I like it. And so it's our turn to kind of go through those photos and see what they have in common that is kind of drawing that person to that style.
That's probably really helpful to you as
Yes.
a designer. To
It
see.
is. Yeah, we're definitely visual people, and I think a lot of our clients are. So the more inspiration photos they can send us, we can kind of depict what they really like.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
like you said, you don't not necessarily know what it is about a kitchen that you like, but you like the feeling, which is so
Yeah.
important because the kitchen is the most important room in the house. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
use
where
it daily.
people gather at parties. That's where you sit and eat often, or prepare your food for your children, or So it's very important to have it a place that you feel great, right?
Absolutely.
How do appliances fit in?
Good question.
Yeah.
Stainless steel? Or
Stainless steel is definitely here to stay. It's not going out of style. They have so many different stainless steel versions now. So they even have more of like a slate color stainless steel. GE has a great slate color.
Is that the one that doesn't get the prints on it?
Yeah, they have
Nice.
a lot
Love
of
that.
more high-tech stainless steel, so you're not going to see all the fingerprints and smudges.
I love
Some
that.
are magnetic, some are not. Some only the sides are magnetic. And they also have more of a black stainless steel.
I like those, yeah,
So
I've
it's
seen
really
those.
what you want your house to kind of feel like. A lot of people love the stainless steel, then others are like, oh, it's a little too cold for me.
Yeah.
I want to stick with my my white refrigerator.
Yeah.
So what would you do with a traditional kitchen?
Yeah, traditional kitchens, most likely we do stainless steel today. Again, most appliance companies sell mostly stainless steel. And it depends what they're going to choose for their sink. If they want to do more of a stainless steel look on their sink, oftentimes we do that, recommend that for their appliances as well. If they're doing more of like a cast iron sink or like a granite composite sink, such as a Blanco, you can play more with colors for that, and sometimes they want to stick with more of a panel-ready fridge, and they want it to be concealed behind cabinets. So a lot of traditional kitchens, it's either stainless steel or more so of a panel over their fridge.
So if somebody's watching this and is thinking, I want a traditional kitchen or something, they like something in this kitchen, how do they get started with you guys?
Yes, so you can just give us a call right here at Bella Domicile in our showroom, or you can just stop in. We have a beautiful showroom, as you all know. You've been here several times to just see all different styles of kitchen.
Perfect.
And we really try to show a lot of contemporary styles versus traditional and transitional in between.
Bring your Pinterest board.
Bring the Pinterest board.
I love it. Kate with Bella Domicile, thanks for having us
Thank
today.
you. Thanks for coming.
And thank you to all of our guests, and thank you for watching. You can find us next time right here on Girl Talk, only on Wisconsin's 57 television.